shaking underneath, trying to take me alive. Get ready for the fallout. Can't stop me now. I got no rival. I'ma find my way through the blood and pain game of survival. Any time or place, watch 'em run away. I got none. I'll be standing on my own, never gonna take my throne. I got no rival. Watch 'em run away. I got no, I got no rival.
How are we all? Welcome back to Turf Moorhouse TV. And more importantly, if you hear me coughing tonight, I am still not over the flu. It's good to be back and bringing the shows back, though. I'm looking forward to dissecting the championship this weekend. I'm looking forward to next weekend as well. The big one, the El Lan Clasico. I'm looking forward to talking about that one next week. However, thank you very much for tuning in. Really do appreciate you giving up your time at 9 p.m. on a Friday night. Legends, absolute lot here. So thank you very, very much. Get your comments in, play along with us. You give us your predictions as well. Ryan is going to be with me shortly to obviously help us dissect and give us his thoughts on the games coming up this weekend. Please, if I can ask you to do just, well, I say one thing, just a handful of things. If you could, please do drop a like on this video. Really would appreciate that. Also, if you haven't subscribed to the channel, then what are you doing? It's free. Please do drop a subscribe on the channel, and let's get this channel growing. You can also get notified by clicking that notification bell. That will notify you when we are next live. And as I say, you'll be able to see and hear it all from what we've got planned. And we have got another show planned tomorrow, which we will talk about very, very shortly. You can find us on social media as well, Facebook, Twitter, you name it, everything but OnlyFans. I'm sorry to let you down, but you can find us on all these platforms. So he's here, he's there, he's everywhere. He's just got back from running around like a madman. Ryan, thank you for coming on. Really appreciate it. It's good to talk again, and glad to have you back on the channel. You're on mute.
See, I'm absolutely chatted. I told you this before. But yeah, let's start again with it then. Yeah, like I said, thank you for having me on. I'm really looking forward to dissecting each game in the championship this weekend. And yeah, but thank you for having me. It's a pleasure as always.
No, I look forward to it. It's always nice to have a conflab with one of the few Yorkshire folk I get on with. So let's just say that. It just goes to show that just because we look like a different coloured rose doesn't mean that we can't get on, does it? Comments coming in, so we'll have a look at some of them. I just want to say as well that as much as we should be currently live on Facebook, YouTube and Twitch, when I did go live, it said there's an error on Twitch. So we may not be live via Twitch tonight, just on YouTube and Facebook. So we'll obviously, if anyone can let me know, that would be fantastic. It is showing a little exclamation mark in the top corner saying it struggled. So either way, anybody that is a follower on our Twitch channel, head over here and show your support, or up to our Facebook page. A couple of comments then. QPR Mad is in. Man is in the house. He says, how you doing, Dan, bro? Damn, we dropped some points the last two games. Yeah, you did, Dean. You did. It is Dean, isn't it? It is. I need to. I'm sure. I'm losing it. I'm losing it. But yeah, all is good here. All is good in the hub, mate. And yeah, losing points not the greatest thing to do when you're up there amongst the elite. So fingers crossed you can get back to winning ways this weekend. The old stream elements bot's in. I've started to see this quite a lot. This old stream elements bot maybe might have something to do with whether you get so many followers on Twitch and then this bot comes in. Not a clue, but it's an extra viewer, so I'm not going to whinge. Simon's in. He says, still top of the league to your fine self, Mr. Edmondson. Hope you are well. Ducky's in. He says, evening, pal, looking forward to the show tonight. Yeah, as I say, really appreciate it, mate. Really appreciate the love and support from everybody that's coming in. We're going to dissect the games. Obviously, not tonight's fixture because that is already well underway. So that one will be missed off this week's. True Reds in and says, evening, gentlemen. Evening to yourself, Luke. Hope you're well. And obviously, Dean says, yeah. So I got the name right. See, yes. Them little wins. Says as well there that so-called 2 easy games coming West Brom and Huddersfield, so that's 2 losses. Well, you never know. I mean, Ryan's not happy with his beloved Huddersfield this season, and that's where we'll start. Obviously, you know, the new managers come in. You've got all the stuff happening off the field. Dean Hoyle, basically passing the baton to Dave Baldwin to try and help find a potential suitor. I suppose the main question is, what's the latest and what's going on?
Honestly, it's just crazy what's going on at the moment. But one thing's for sure is that it doesn't look very good. It's just a mess, if I'm honest with you. Obviously, the new managers come in. We've seen bits that's been good, but we saw bits that were good under Schofield as well. So I don't see a vast improvement really. But obviously, getting so many injuries as well doesn't help our thin squad. You know, now you're looking to the bench and you're having to rely on 18, 19-year-old kids to do your job, and it's just not going to happen. I'm not saying that our academy setup isn't good, but it's just not fair having relying on these young guys to come in and get you out of this, because there's a way to bed young players in, and it's not this for sure. But yeah, everything just seems to be going wrong at the moment for us.
Now, fingers crossed there's going to be a turnaround. Maybe this break at the World Cup is what's needed right now.
Well, yeah, potentially. Yeah, I was thinking about that to myself. I was thinking to myself, obviously, maybe it will give us a chance to get a few more players back, and obviously we can just regroup again after the World Cup finishes. So yeah, it could work in our favour, but I don't know if it'll make a difference. To be honest, I'm in two minds. I just think we're not getting much luck, but we're just lacking a bit of quality as well. And when you're at the bottom of the league, everything does go wrong. You know what I mean. You don't get any favours. You kind of, if you're at the bottom, everything just goes wrong. Like I say, injuries have played a big part for us, but we this game on Wednesday against Sunderland, just briefly before we go on, we had chances to win that game. We should have won that game. That first half was brilliant from us, but we just can't take our chances. And then Sunderland actually had 3 shots on target. They scored 2 of them. That's the difference. We had 16 shots. I think we had about 4 or 5 on target, but yeah, that's the difference. If you don't take your chances, you get punished at this level, and they don't care who you're playing against. So that's what happened on Wednesday.
No, it is. For people watching, obviously, I did say that there is a game that is currently live right now. 52 minutes on the clock in that one. It's still Reading 0, Preston 0. But that one's going to be off the list tonight. So apologies if you were... Oh, no, I tell a lie. Just as I've said that, Preston have gone 1-0 up. You could not have writ it. Ched Evans, would you believe?
Oh, man.
Ched Evans, the man on the score sheet. Paul Ince is going to be furious. He's still furious about the fact that Burnley beat him. He's still furious about the stuff happening at Luton. He's going to be furious again tonight with another Lancashire club. Just stop. You're causing floods, Paul, with all these tears. Just chill, calm down, calm your fine self. Saif says, I'm not so confident about Sheffield United. Yeah, I mean, we will have a look at that in just a moment, but third against first will be a tough one. Dean seems to think that we'll beat them. Saif says, hope so. Luke says, Huddersfield at the moment, Carlos leaving was a massive problem. It's funny what can happen when you lose to Steve Cooper. Oh, he had to chuck that in, didn't he? He didn't really lose to Steve Cooper's Red Army. He lost to John Moss and his inadequate refereeing. Let's be serious there. Let's call it what it is, Luke. Dean says, no way they go fourth now. Really? Ouch. Right then, let's get into it. This is week 14. If you've not realised, we do not cover the Tuesday fixtures, so we are just doing the either Friday, Saturday, Sunday, Monday, and then don't bother with the Tuesday, and then vice versa the following weeks. But we have missed a week out, because I was smothered in the old flu powder, and yeah, it weren't the greatest. Wasn't the greatest at all. Simon says they're surprised the match won't get abandoned with too many dummies and rattles on the pitch. He says tears. Right then, let's get into it. First game of the weekend is my team, the Clarets, away at Bramall Lane. 12:30 kickoff. I will say it now before we dissect it. We are doing a watch along tomorrow. 12:15. We will be live covering the game at Bramall Lane. Well, I won't be at Bramall Lane. I'll be sat here on my arse in the front room. But we will be watching. It's a sellout crowd that are going, and hopefully they can return with 3 points, whether there's a real strike or not. So yeah, Sheffield United third in the table. Ryan, Burnley top of the league, grinding results out. Don't know when they're beaten.
Yeah, absolutely. This will be a very exciting game to kick off. Obviously on Saturday, Saturday's round of fixtures. Obviously, great to see Burnley doing well. Obviously, I did actually say that they'd go up. I know it's still plenty of time to go yet, but the signs are promising. But yeah, it's going to be a really good match, this. And, two teams that are fighting at the top of the table. And yeah, but I think that Burnley will win this. I really do. I just have a feeling. I think that you guys obviously are in the most form. I think that you just seem to be that unstoppable force at the moment. So I just think that you'll just edge it. I'm probably going to go for I think it'll be tight. I'm probably going to go for a 2-1 win to Burnley, really, because I think Sheffield United will score because they're at home, but I think that you'll just manage to get a winner.
No, that's fair enough. The missus hasn't posted her comments in the chat of who she's predicted. She has written them down though here, so I have got them written down already in who she's picked. She's already gone to lie in bed, and I don't blame her. The electric blanket's on. It's bloody freezing down here. But she's backed Burnley as well. It's a strange one for me because we've had a lot of games recently. We've played a lot of games, and we are, an extra 10 minutes against Rotherham on Wednesday night, sorry. And that's gonna take you out of the legs. Yes, you're gonna get that second win because you bagged a winner. So you, like you say, momentum and just in the moment, sort of everything just floods away. Coming into this game, they'll have felt the after effects in the morning. And for me, this game, it's just as big as any other. And I don't know whether I'm just seeing it through claret tinted glasses. Obviously, we've definitely got the eye on next week with playing our arch nemesis at the turf. So I'd be happy with a point. I would be very happy with a point, especially for where Sheffield United are positioned, it doesn't really damage us that much either, because we've got a nice little cushion there. The fact that I take a point, does that mean that I actually want to go and sit on the fence? That's the only problem.
Yeah, I mean, I think any point away from home is good, isn't it?
Yeah. Yeah.
You know, you've got to look at it. Do you believe that Burnley? I just think that Vincent Kompany's obviously coming in and done fantastic for you guys. So credit to him as well. I think that he's doing. You know, there were maybe a few eyebrows raised when he came in, obviously because he hadn't done much in management before. You know, to this level, but. Yeah,
no, even I said I'd have preferred someone like Wayne Rooney at the time over Kompany, just because I knew Rooney had a sort of stint in the English game. But you know, I said that we'd made the cheap option when we signed Dash originally, and I was made to eat my hat. So you know, I bet, and I'll own it. I'll own it. I'll never say that. Oh, I never said that. I always thought he was the man for the job. That's what I said. You know, Facebook memories constantly remind me every year it comes about. But yeah, I'm going to go for it then. I take a point. So I'm going to sit on the fence and go for a draw. Let's see what you guys are saying in the chat. Dean says Burnley 3, Sheffield United 1, and then says that Sheffield score first and then Burnley unleash hell. So yeah, I mean, we seem to do that. We seem to like chasing a game at the moment. Luke says 1-1. That's not bad. I will happily take it. Simon says, seen a lot of pundits and Burnley fans saying we'll get beat. Personally, I think we can beat anyone, and I'd go for 2-1. I do believe we can beat anyone. I just think that this is, with Wednesday night's game coming so soon, following an early Saturday kickoff, you know, it's going to take it out of them. So yeah, I'd be happy for it.
It certainly is, but the thing is, if you're winning, I don't think the players will mind that they've got another game within a few days, to be fair. So, if you're in the winning mode,
of course. I mean, it's like Luke says there, Kompany needs to rotate for sure during midweek, because obviously I've got the League Cup games during the week. So heavy rotation. Not just rotation, but heavy rotation to save those legs. It's not just that, but I look at the fact that our midfielder, Josh Brownhill, has received 5 yellow cards. So he's missing for this fixture against Sheffield United as well. So he's a big miss in the midfield, which could be another little problem that we have to try and comprehend with. But yeah, you know, I'm going to go on the fence. But I'd love it if we do win, obviously. Ducky says, going Burnley 2-1, this won't be an easy game, though. I've got a feeling Kompany is going to start Benson tomorrow. Who knows? Obviously, I know he's going to have to make some sort of change in the midfield due to Brownhill's absence. Whether it's too early for Ashley Westwood to come back from injury, I'm not sure. Potentially, that could be another one. But we'll see. I'm sure Kompany's got a few tricks up his sleeve. Save says Burnley 1-0. We score in the 90th minute. I don't care how it comes. I will take that, mate. Really take that. Ducky says, I would rest J-Rod tomorrow. Well, this is the funny thing. J-Rod potentially may not even be playing or in the squad tomorrow. He's facing a late fitness check, from what I last heard from Vincent Kompany's press conference this afternoon. So J-Rod may or may not be in the mix. It's a TBC when the team sheet's announced. Dean says, yeah, concentrate on the league, put some youth out. I totally agree. I'm not asked for a cup run. I'd rather us go straight back up at first time of asking and do that. Luke says there, you'd rather have your better players missing due to bookings. I don't know why the comment weren't coming up in this fixture rather than bastards yet. Totally agree. And the cut-off points come about now as well for the yellow cards. So that's stopped. That's stopped now. If you had four, that's now over with. Right then. Enough about from Burnley taking the trip to Yorkshire. A Yorkshire club takes the trip to Lancashire.
Yes, indeed, yeah.
Ryan, this one, Blackburn, again, another team that their results, yes, they're up there amongst the big boys at the top, but another team that's so hit and miss. If you catch them on a bad day, you can get a result.
Yeah, I completely agree. Obviously, Blackburn, though, are still up there. Though, obviously, I was surprised. Obviously, they lost to Coventry, didn't they? I was surprised about that, but it proves that anybody can beat anybody in this league. But yeah, Blackburn, obviously, at home. I mean, we haven't. See that over the years, you've kind of just had a boring draw really with these guys. Not really, done much hit at Ewood Park, but. Yeah, I'm not confident at all tomorrow. I know I'm laughing, but I'm really hurting inside, really. But because I hate not being, you know me, I'm the most positive, but I just can't at the moment. Yeah, I don't see anything other than a Blackburn win tomorrow, especially because our numbers are going to be down again. And yeah, we away from home has not been great for us, but yeah. I think it's going to be tough tomorrow. I think we're going to lose. I think we're going to lose by a few
going
goals.
For a Blackburn win.
Yeah.
Interesting. To be fair, Kate's gone for a Blackburn win. Yeah. Kate's gone for a Blackburn win. Dirty cow. I don't know why she's done that.
Wow.
I can't not. I can't go for them. I can't bring myself to do it. Dean says Huddersfield 2-1 late winner.
Well, certainly take that for sure.
Definitely.
Yeah.
Definitely. Ducky says I'm going to sit on the reinforced fence and say 1-1. It would have to be reinforced heavily if you are sat on it, my lovely tank of a friend. She's finally here. She heard the word Blackburn and her name in the same sentence and thought they're talking bad things about me. But yes, you and Ryan have both gone for Blackburn. I don't know. True Red's gone for Blackburn 3, Huddersfield 0. They have a goal scorer.
Yeah, I agree with you. To be fair, I'd say either 2 or 3-0. To be fair, I don't know where we're gonna go, but it'll be easy. It'll be an easy game for Blackburn to get back to winning ways. I'm afraid. Like everybody opponent we've faced this year has been an easy game, but yeah.
You know what, Ryan? I have faith in Huddersfield.
I'm glad you do because not many around these parts have got faith at the moment.
These are the sort of games, though, where Huddersfield will be like, right, Blackburn are up there fighting for every point necessary, and you'll go out and get a good result. But then you'll come up against someone like Coventry or Hull, who are doing quite cack at the minute, and you'll just capitulate.
Yeah, absolutely. I think it's a game that maybe a chance. Like I said, they'll obviously be on the front foot, and there may be space in behind for us to exploit. But again, when we go in front of goal, I just don't back us to score. That's the problem. So, yeah.
Simon says here, Huddersfield with a 98th minute pen 1-0.
Well, I'll certainly take that as well. I'll be certainly celebrating. A win would mean so much tomorrow because, like I said, if we lose and then other results go our way, then the gap will extend even further and even bigger mess. So, yeah.
There's Kate just confirming it and rubbing salt into the wounds that she went for the unwashed to win this one. Dean says Huddersfield just nicked this one. Yeah, see, a lot of love for Huddersfield, even though not been at your best.
Well, yeah, I don't think, like I said, we play. I just can't see anything other than the Blackburn win here because I can't believe Blackburn have lost 8 games. Though I've just had a look, but obviously they're still up there. They're still there.
9 as of 5 o'clock tomorrow.
Yeah, well, hopefully. Imagine if Burnley and Blackburn go up, though, automatic both together.
Yeah, I mean, part of me was saying this the other day with Chris from Talk BFC, another Burnley channel. We were both saying that as much as we want them to sort of do what Preston did for years, be in amongst the playoffs and then just crumble. We do want that, but there's a little bit of us that are like, how good would it be to have both Lancashire clubs in the Premier League again?
Yeah, yeah.
It's a strange one. It's a strange one. You don't like admitting it, but there's part of you sort of like, yeah, yeah. As long as it meant that we get the bragging rights and constantly still keep beating them,
Yeah.
then that's fine. That's fine. Otherwise, I hope they do just completely capitulate or lose some key players. I tell you what, even if you don't get a result, at least kick a few of them. Give them a few shindigs.
Well, yeah, we're certainly late on challenges, so we probably will do. But
Happy days.
especially Kasumu,
It's worth the red card. Worth the red card, Ryan. I swear.
Kasumu in the middle loves a tackle. He does. My way for a tackle does Kasumu's great, but yeah.
Well, Luke says that it's nice to see Kate in. She livens up the chat with her presence. She does. It's even nicer when she gives you a smile from the front room or the bedroom when you go up at night sometimes. Although I don't know whether that's a smile or trap wind or what. But no, she's a good one. She's a good one. Mr. Welch is in. Says, evening, lads. Hope you're well. Hope you are well, Chris, as well. Big up to your fine self. He's gone for Sheffield United, Burnley 1-1 and Blackburn 3-0. Sam says, oh, bastards get Brereton Diaz sent off. Yeah, that'd be good. That would be good. Because they had a player sent off against Coventry, but he's like a next to nothing, like a youth player. So it's not going to be much of a miss.
Yeah.
So, fuming. But yeah, I'm backing your boys, Ryan. I'm backing Huddersfield to do the job.
We desperately need it, but yeah, especially after. If we would have won the game midweek, I would have been a lot better about. I would have felt, if we could, even if we lost this game, I wouldn't have been too. But because we lost on Wednesday, it's just it's difficult. But yeah,
It is. I don't know. I just have a feeling that you might do it. Doug's in the chat. Hope you're well, Doug. Hope you are well indeed, sir. He says Sheffield United 1, Burnley 2. We'll take that. Blackburn 2-0 against Huddersfield. Boo. Although I can understand why everyone's going for the unwashed, as we say.
Yeah, you can't blame.
Luke says, looks like Huddersfield will be taking a trip to Nottingham, Ryan, after our one season away.
Well, we need to stay up. We need to stay up first. So we're gonna.
Who knows? Hopefully, you get some multi-billionaire comes in, takes over, completely changes it, and
I don't know about that though. I don't know how
and then the alarm clock goes off, and you wake up and you realise, nah, it was just a dream. Right then. Another team playing in Lancashire this weekend. It's Blackpool at home at Bloomfield Road against Luton Town. Luton were fighting for the playoffs last season. Blackpool did well to stay in the division last year. And again, a bit of one of those teams that gets results when needed, but you've just got to catch them on the day.
Yeah, absolutely. I think this game is really tricky to predict, to be honest with you, because both teams are kind of up and down. Blackpool, obviously, at home. I just think that, Blackpool are a good side. I think that Luton, obviously, in and around the playoffs again, to be fair to them. Obviously, a couple of points there. But because Blackpool are at home, I just fancy Blackpool to win this. I do.
Blackpool to win it.
I'll probably go 2-1 to Blackpool, but because like I said, they are at home and they do get behind the team, but also I just think it's a game that Blackpool are always a tough team to play, aren't they? They're very they make it a battle, but I keep hearing. I kept hearing the fireworks are going off already, but I keep hearing something. And I thought, what that was? It made me jump. But anyway, I'm going. But yeah, Blackpool to win, and I do like Blackpool actually. I love going to the seaside, going to Blackpool, and having some rock and some candy floss and going on some rides. But yeah, I have got a soft spot for Blackpool, so I'll back Blackpool.
No, that's fair enough. That is fair enough indeed. Doug says Livingston are 3-2 up at Killy. at good old Kilmarnock. So Friday night under the lights, winning away. Ho ho! What's that bloke called? There a bloke. I think he were a Kilmarnock fan. He were a biggish lad, bald head, and he put videos out. Is he called Andrew Summer? Can't remember. But correct me if I'm wrong anyway, Doug. But he always were ranting about Killy and Josh McGuinness and stuff like that. It were hilarious, absolutely hilarious. But good that you're winning. Fantastic that you're winning. Simon says, I reckon Luton will have it 2-1. Kate's agreeing with you. You and Kate seem to be on the same page.
Nice one.
There's a reason I'm bottom of the leaderboard. However, Ryan, I did forget to tell you that the guests are top of the leaderboard.
Oh, right. Yeah.
So without just to throw that pressure in there for you, you the guests are on 37, Kate's on 36, and I'm on 31. So I've got to hope that both of you do absolutely dogger, and I have a absolute storming week. But I very much doubt it. I enjoy sitting comfortably at the bottom. Dean says, tough one to call this. I'm going 2-2. Doug says 2-1 Luton as well. Chris has gone for 2-0 Luton. Luke's gone for a 3-1 to Blackpool. Big scoreline in that one. Big 4 goals in that thriller. Ducky's gone 2-1 to the Pool. Gordon Sawyers, that's it. Gordon Sawyers. Oh, what a bloke. What a bloke. Chris says, I can't stay. You are proper. You are Carlisle's answer to Carl Pilkington. Honestly, can't stand this fireworks nonsense. People wetting themselves over it. Not for me. Load of nonsense. Oh, mate, we bloody love you. We love you, you miserable bass. Honestly, we love you. But hope you're well. Luke says Livingston can win, but not Liverpool. Oh, he's getting his digs in since Forest got the win against Liverpool. He's getting them in. I'm going to go for Luton. I'm going to go away from home again. I think Luton may just nick it for me. I don't know. Again, it's like you said. It's one of those games that could go either way. So, yeah, I'm going to go with the away side. I just think Luton have a bit more about them in terms of quality in the park, on the park. Sorry. As much as I love that Charlie Patino song that Blackpool sing, I can't pick Blackpool on the basis of a fan chant, to be quite honest with you. So
No.
I've gone for Luton. Right, next up then, we're going up to the northeast. Well, it's close enough. Borough up there, starting to put a bit of a run of results together. Michael Carrick's just taken over there at Middlesbrough, coming up against, well, an old guard, really, in Nigel Pearson, one of the dying breed of managers who's still knocking about there down in Bristol. Bit of a trek, this one, for a 3:00 kickoff, if you're Bristol bound. So, how do you see this one going down at the Riverside?
Yeah, I've got to back the home team. I think that they are finding some form, obviously winning their last game. They are at home, so I don't think it'll be the best game. But I think Middlesbrough will win 1-0. Like I said, they're finding form. Ironically, they have the manager that I wanted at Huddersfield in Carrick, which kind of a kick in the teeth, if you could say so, from my perspective, because I feel like Carrick could have been a great fit for us, really, but obviously it didn't happen. But Middlesbrough for me, just.
Middlesbrough for you?
Yeah.
Not wrong with that. 3 home wins on the bounce you're predicting so far. Well, I know you went away from home with the Burnley one, but the last 3 have been all the home teams. So yeah, Borough for you against Bristol. Let's see what others are saying. Dean's gone for Bristol City 2-0. Luke's gone 2-1 to Bristol City. Chris has gone the opposite way and said that Borough nick it 2-1. Good old SE, Mr. Edmondson, has said Borough to win 2-0. New manager bounce will probably last a little bit longer. Yeah, I can understand that. Ducky's going 2-2. And Chris is just having a rant about fireworks again. He loves it. Loves it. Go on, Welcher. You keep doing what you're doing. I'm going to start calling you Karen Welch. More joking. More joking. But no, letting them off during the day is pointless. I do agree with that. I mean, you don't get the full effect of it. It's pointless. Right. Kate, however, hasn't put a comment in, so she might have fallen asleep. I'm not sure. But she's gone on the fence with this one. She's gone for a draw. I think this is the first game where you and Kate have actually gone for a separate result, Ryan. So
I was hoping we kept that trend of going the same now.
but I'm with you. I'm going to go for Borough to win. As a few people have said in the chat, I just think since Carrick's come in, he's done a fantastic job, and especially to come and take over a job like what Chris Wilder did, and for Borough to finally start turning it around it's mad, absolutely mad. Chris says, as for Darren's comment, right, yes, I know what you mean. Yeah, being the same breath as politicians, I agree. It's all right, mate. It's all right. Don't worry about it. That's why we love you, you controversial bugger. Don't worry about it. Speaking of a controversial club, Millwall at home against Hull started the season really, really well. And people thought maybe the money that's gone into Hull City is going to pay off. But it just goes to show money does not buy you everything. And they've been on a bit of a demise. How do you see this one at the Den?
Yeah, absolutely. Hull are another team that is struggling at the moment, aren't they? And obviously, like I say, you can have all the money in the world, but if you don't use it correctly, then you're not going to get anywhere. But for me, Millwall are on a high, doing very well this season, in and around the playoffs again, like they usually are every season, it seems. I'm gonna back Millwall here, another home, but I can't see anything other than the Millwall home because of the form that they're showing, and also Hull. They really are struggling as well. Minus 14 goal difference already for them. So they're leaking goals left, right, and centre. Yeah,
no, I agree. Chris says here, Millwall 2, Hull 0. Yeah. Dean's gone 1 apiece in that one as well. Luke's gone for Millwall 2-0 at home. Kate says she's gone for a draw. I'm thinking she's talking the Borough Bristol City game because I don't know whether she's behind. She must be behind or something. But either way, a comment probably will come up at some point. There she is. Back with a bang. She's put Millwall win. And it's a full clean sweep. I've gone for Millwall as well. I think we've all backed Millwall to win this one. Sorry to Hull, but I needed you to do it as a favour against Blackburn the other week. You didn't, so I'm backing Millwall. Snooze, you lose. So full house for the Lions down at the Den. Keeping that way in terms of geography, QPR at Loftus Road taking on West Brom. Now, they got their first win under your former gaffer the other night. It must be painful seeing him back in the Championship.
Yeah, absolutely. I kind of said my thoughts on him, but I just think I love how it's not where he went running over to Greece and then he's come running back to the Championship. And I still, like I say, it's still very painful the way he left it because let's be honest, leaving us, just before a week before the season started, was totally unacceptable for me. And he's part of the reason why we're struggling, in my opinion. I think that he set it out, he set it out to dry, and I just think he's a snake, and I don't think I'll ever forgive him for what he did because there's a way to go, and I don't think that was the way to go. If he was going to go sooner and let us prepare for the upcoming season, not leave us in the net, leave us in an absolute mess where we, looking for a new manager in such a short space of time, and then yeah. So yeah, they did get their first win, but yeah, it is painful. It really is. To answer your question,
I bet it is. I bet it is. But Michael Beale at QPR turned
yeah,
down the Wolves job. That's what you want in a manager, isn't it? Someone that believes in what he's already achieving at the club that he's at, instead of already looking at the job that he hasn't actually concretely got. And to turn Wolves away, from a managerial perspective, must have been massive and such a lift to the players and everybody at Queen's Park Rangers. He's doing a remarkable job, isn't he?
he is. He really is. And you know what? Full credit to him for turning down an opportunity to go higher up, because a lot of managers would have actually gone. Let's be honest here.
Oh yeah.
He's stuck. He's stuck to the club. You can tell he cares about the club. He's loyal. He loves the fans, obviously, and he loves being a part of what QPR are doing at the moment. And he wants to, get promoted again up to the Premier League again. And yeah, he's doing a remarkable job, like you say. And yeah, fair play to him. But yeah, on that note, I have gone for a QPR win. I think West Brom will struggle. Yeah, I think it's going to be a comfortable afternoon for QPR, if I'm honest with you. 3 or 4-0 for me, I think.
Ooh, interesting. You've not gone on the fence yet. You've not gone for a draw.
I know what is going on.
Interesting. Very, very interesting. I expected this from Dean. He's gone QPR 5-0. Of course he would. QPR mad, I expect. Statman's in. Hope you are well, Steve. He says, evening, Dan. Burnley top of the league. You must be buzzing. Ecstatic, mate. Over the moon. Can't smile wide enough. He says, I'm going to be doing the I'm a Celeb eating challenge for hitting 2K subs. Fantastic. Any tips on the challenge? I know you did it. The one thing I will say is, buy one of the I'm a Celeb eating challenge kits that's not out of date. The one I had was out of date. It's the texture, really, that puts you off more than the taste, with the bugs and stuff. And it's the fact that you're eating something you're not meant to. It was disgusting, and it's sort of one of those you have to psych yourself up to do it. I mean, you could be a Dharma for all I know. You could just stick it in and hope for best. You could be a bit like Jeffrey Dahmer. I don't care what you are. If it's an arm, a fingernail, or an ant, it's going down. But no, good luck to you. Good luck to you, and I'm sure you'll smash it. You smashed the chili challenge, mate. So good to see you in the chat as well. Not seen you for a while, so good to see you in, pal. Dean's gone for a William hat trick. You never know. Chris has gone for QPR 3-0. Kate has gone for a QPR win as well. Statman's gone for a QPR win. Oh, Willock, he meant. Yeah, no, that's fair enough. Luke's gone for a West Brom 1-0. Simon's gone for a horrible 1-1. And that's where I've gone. I've gone on the fence again for my second time this week. I just think that following that win, West Brom will want to obviously try and keep that up, but they know they're going to be in for a game against QPR. So it may be that they're having to stick men behind the ball for 90 minutes to try and get the draw. But yeah, I've gone for a draw in this one. Chris says, well done to Michael Beale for staying loyal and staying with the project. That's what's good about football. Not many good things about football these days. And I totally agree with that. Dean says, disappointing last 2 games. West Brom to the slaughter. I hope you do. I really do hope you do.
I do well. Please thrash.
I wonder why. Kate says there that she's feeling better than she was. Yeah,
good.
It was
good stuff. Yeah, good.
She'd give it me. Gave it me. Brilliant. Chris says, I'm glad Coburn got sacked by Olympiacos for treating Huddersfield the way he did.
Yeah.
Kit says, Luke, definitely not that exciting tonight, maybe next week. Definitely next week, especially with that game coming up. Dean says, not a hard decision for Beale. He knew Wolves were a sinking ship. There is that. Luke says, talks was Carlos had a right go at the board and the chairman for not backing him enough and not believing in him.
Yeah, but regardless of that, at the end of the day, is he knew what he was coming into when he came to the club. And if he wasn't happy, he should have gone weeks and weeks ago before and let somebody else prepare the team for the upcoming season, not did what he did and waited until the very last second to go. It's just nonsense.
Yeah, it is. It is. Steve Stubbs, the man, the myth, the legend that is, says, cheers, mate. Top lad. You had me in stitches for the Dharma comment. I'll get you on my stream when you are free. And he's got a point there, people. Please do smash the likes on this video. It is free. So really, really, really do appreciate the love and support. And if you haven't subscribed already, then you're being silly. You're here. You might as well just click it. Dean's come in with the laughing emojis. Henry's in the chat. Hope you are well as well. Says, hey, Dan, how you feeling? Is Kate and your daughter better? We are. We still just got the little after effects of it, to be honest. And Henry also says a massive hello to yourself, Ryan, as well.
Hope you're well.
So, yeah, glad everybody's in and well. But, yeah, I'm going to go on the fence. But you and Kate continue, go back to winning ways. Well, not winning ways, but back to joining each other with the same option. Next up, Rotherham, the team that came to Turf Moor on Wednesday night, thought they were going to go away with a point at bare minimum. And, it's your own fault, you time-wasting peckerheads. Honestly, it really pissed me off in that game. They played their number 10 at right back just to try and counteract us. Then he spent the best part of probably about 35 minutes of that game on his arse. The referee couldn't control the game. He kept sending players that were on the left-hand side over to the right-hand side when substitutions were happening instead of coming off at the nearest byline. He also, a player went down with a head injury. He told the physios to come on, etc. They came on, sorted the player with the head injury. He got up, took the free kick. He didn't go off the pitch like he's meant to. The referee didn't know his arse from his hands. And to be fair, he added the 10 minutes. Rotherham got what they deserved for being cheating and time wasting all game. And yeah, although as much as it sounds like I'm being a bit of a bitch, Rotherham, probably one of the better teams this season I have seen come to the turf and give us a game. You know, they didn't lie down. They got in our faces. They were all over us. And if they keep that momentum up, and the fact that they lost the game in the way they did against Burnley, maybe it might hurt Norwich. I'm not so sure. I mean, Norwich have been a bit iffy with results recently as well, but it's not at Carrow Road. We are at the New York Stadium, back in Rotherham's stomping ground. How do you see this one faring, Ryan?
Yeah, absolutely. I think obviously Rotherham started the season fairly well, to be fair. Obviously, finding some 14th place, which will definitely take. Norwich, yeah, they are a bit hit and miss. And I've just got a sneaky feeling that Rotherham will get this win. I do, because they're at home, and I just think that, you know, especially they'll be hurting after, you know, midweek. Like I said, they came to your place and had a game plan. I know that you were saying they were time wasting, but you've got to do something sometimes to try and slow the game down. And I'm not kind of saying that that's right, but I don't see that as cheating. I just see it as they have to slow the game down to try and get the result in their favour. But I get what you're saying. It's frustrating if you are the team that, you know, I hate it when the other teams do it to us, but I don't mind it when Nichols does it in the goal for us, which he loves to do.
Well, you know it's bad though, Ryan. You know it's bad when your manager comes out at the end of the game and says that as a fan, you don't pay to get a ticket to watch the opposition goalkeeper walk so many yards, or not even run so many yards, walk so many yards to go get the ball, to then literally like sluggishly walk back. He said you could have eaten a hot dog in the time that the keeper took to go get the ball and come back, and
Yeah.
you've not seen a ball being kicked. He said that's how bad the time wasting was.
Yeah, I can understand that. So yeah, it's one of those. But yeah, Rotherham always a side that battle and give everybody a good game, really. And they're not an easy team to play against either. Like I say. So yeah, I've just got a sneaky feeling Rotherham will nick this, and Norwich will be sent home with 0 points to their name.
Every team apart from Burnley at home is getting a win this weekend, according to you, Ryan.
I know it's weird how it pans out, but some of the home ties,
Yeah.
it seems to be the more favourable teams that should
No,
get
I agree.
at home this weekend. So it's one of those. But yeah.
Well, it's a nice even split in this game. I found a comfortable spot on the fence, so I'm sticking with it. I'm going to go for a draw. I think, as you said, Norwich. If this was the other way around and it was at Carrow Road, I think you'd be talking a completely different game. The fact that Norwich are away, Rotherham will want to obviously put in a performance and try and amend what happened against Burnley. So that's my thought process of going on the on the fence before anybody quotes me about fencing. To be fair, going back to Chris's comment there, shock horror. Let's see what you guys are going for. Kate went for a Norwich win, so yeah, that's what I mean. You've gone for Rotherham. I'm on the fence. Kate's gone for Norwich. It's an even split. Henry says, "Well done to Burnley, still top." Yeah, absolutely brilliant stuff. And long may it continue. Let's just say that. Mr. Welch has gone for Norwich 2-0. Dean says Norwich to sneak it 1-0 as well. Henry says, "Is the championship got to halfway yet?" Not quite. I don't think. Let's have a look. Yeah, we're probably about a good 5 or 6 games away from halfway. Teams have played about 18, 19, roughly on average. So probably about another 5 or 6, I think maybe. Maybe 4 or 5. Either way, not far from the halfway point. Luke says Olympiacos has a story with Marinakis being there, so Carlos getting sacked doesn't surprise me. Dean says Cantwell played well against us, good player. Sam says I'd go Rotherham 1-0. No, that's fair enough. Luke's gone for Norwich 2-1, and Henry has gone with myself on the fence with a 1-1. No, that's fair enough. You ask questions, you get the answers. Of course you do. Always happy to help. So yeah, a nice even split there. A team that I've always found it hard since coming down from the Premier League, Stoke, against Birmingham, who, again, under John Eustace, a former player, is doing really, really well. They currently do Birmingham in 13th place, which is probably a lot better than what they expected, because a lot of fans, prior to a ball being kicked this season, tipped them to be one of the 3 destined for the drop. So how do you see this one faring?
Yeah, I mean, obviously Birmingham are doing well at the moment, but Stoke have only got a couple of points less, so I think that this is going to be. I think this is going to be a draw. I do. I can't really, see a winner in this one. Really, I think both. Yeah, they're okay side. Like I say, Birmingham are doing well, but I still think they're a poor side. Really, Stoke are a pretty poor side too. So, yeah, I just have to go down. As a score draw really for me for this one. I can't separate them.
No, that's fair enough. That is fair enough. Kate's with you again. She's gone for a draw with this one.
Love it.
So you and Kate are following the trend again. I'm coming off the fence this time. There's no room for me. You two buggers have kicked me out. So I'm going to go in favour of the old Peaky Blinders themselves, Small Heath United, Birmingham City. I think are probably going to steal the points in this one for me. You guys have been saying, Simon says, going to go Stoke 2-0. Chris says Stoke 2-1. Dean's gone Birmingham 3-2. Luke says, can see the World Cup being a problem for quite a few clubs. It could be the difference between promotion to missing out. Yeah, it could be could have come at a bad time, the World Cup, really, especially for teams in form. Henry says, Birmingham picking up valuable points. I thought they would sink, but with Joby Bellingham and others, it's starting to click. I think Stoke will struggle with this game and think Birmingham will win it with a slim 1-0 win. And as Luke says there, full time in the Championship game tonight, Reading 1, Preston 2, which means Reading are now in 11th spot. 11th spot for Reading, and Preston have jumped up to 5th. Joint 4th. Joint 4th with QPR on points. However, QPR have 2 games in hand over PNE. So it's all to play for. No, you're in 4th still. Dane, you're still in 4th. They're in 5th, but you've got 2 games in hand. So all to play for, mate. You need to win those games. Put them games to bed. Next up then, again, back up in the northeast. Sunderland taking on Cardiff. Cardiff, who've been very poor. Sunderland, they are a big club. Let's not take that away from them. And I know their fan base was hoping that potentially going straight, back-to-back promotions maybe, but I don't think it's going to be that. A lot's happened. Obviously, losing Alex Neil to Stoke was a massive one. I don't understand. I don't get that, mate, because he had it good. He had it good at Sunderland, and he had a thing going. But yeah, Sunderland at home to Cardiff. Ryan, what's your thoughts on this?
Yeah, I mean, obviously Cardiff, like you say, are a poor side, but they still make teams work for it. You have to play well against them to get a result, which I'd love for Sunderland to lose this, just because of what they did midweek. I'm being very bitter here, but I am. Yeah, I mean, they are at home. Their attendance to support is pretty impressive, to be fair. Yeah, I think I'm going to have to go for a Sunderland win here for me.
You're going for a Sunderland win?
Yeah.
We're all in this together, as they would have said on Our School Musical, and they say it on here as well, because we are, all 3 of us have gone for Sunderland to get the points against the Bluebirds, Cardiff City. You guys in the chat, I mean, Chris says there, the EFL leagues are the best in the world competitive-wise, and I could not agree more. Dean says Cardiff 2-1. Ooh. Emma says Watford beat them. Woohoo! Emma says Sunderland easy win 2-0. Chris has said 2-0 as well. Luke's gone for 0-0. And Dean says Defo Championship hardest league to get out of. It is indeed. Emma says, do you have a Carabao Cup game this month, Dan? We do. Tuesday night at the Turf against Crawley. So we need to heavily rotate in that game because we've got a massive game next week against the arch nemesis. And I don't really want to say the name until next week, because next week I'm probably going to get my channel banned for all the expletives I'm going to come out with about them. I have already got it planned. 10 o'clock, 10 p.m. on Friday next week, we will be speaking to a Blackburn fan for a match preview. So you know that old proverbial joke of like a Burnley fan and a Blackburn fan walk into a bar or something like that. A Burnley fan and a Blackburn fan in the same room, shall we say, for the old YouTube match preview. So try and tune in for that. It is. I'm going to try and keep it respectful. Yeah. Try my best. I will sit on my hands if I have to and put tape over my mouth. But it is going to be an absolute whirlwind. I can't believe it. Kate, I'm taking Kate next week. Well, I'm not taking Kate. Yeah. me and Kate are going, and it's Kate's first time on a Burnley Blackburn game. And I said, I'm not going to leave her on her own. But I'm sure if there's any trouble comes about, then obviously I've got to don the armour and battle, especially if someone tries to attack my partner, which, you know, I don't want it to get silly. It's Remembrance Sunday that day, so fingers crossed it doesn't. Simon's gone 3-1 Sunderland, which, yeah, I think Sunderland should get a result against a poor Cardiff side. Henry says, oh boy, yes, definitely a stinker, an absolute stinker. I'm looking forward to it, but then obviously when the day comes, I'll be like, just don't get beat. Just don't get beat. Kate says there, Daniel, I think if left score for last game on the list. Huh? What? I think if left score for the last game of the yeah, what you said. Henry says we have Derby in the Carabao Cup, so we'll play the kids. Yeah, I hope we play the kids as well, to be fair, because obviously with that game coming up on the Sunday. And Dean says, can you gonna stream the Burnley QPR game? Probably, potentially. Obviously, that's around the quarter-final stage of the World Cup, so I will see. Depends on what's happening, what plans we've got, but I will. As of yet, I will try and bring you the Burnley QPR game. It'd be good to have that bit of crack and camaraderie in the chat as well, Dean. So I will try my best. Right then, 2 more games to dissect. Going from Sunderland beating Cardiff, which we all have predicted, to another Welsh team, this time at home at the Swansea.com Stadium, facing the Pie Eaters Wigan. Swansea this season are in 8th, where Wigan are, well, let's just say this. They are the most out-of-form team in the Championship at the moment. They have lost their last 5, from what I can see here, on the bounce. It doesn't look good for the away side, does it?
No, absolutely not. Wigan, obviously, really, really struggling at the moment. Swansea started the season very well, and they're up there around the playoffs. So yeah, for me, it has to be a Swansea win. I'm quite comfortable as well, and hopefully, I know I'm being quite spiteful, but hopefully they get beaten by a few goals, and then worse than that goal difference from Wigan's. But we're having to clutch at straws and rely on other teams to drop points here. That's the reality with us at the moment. But yeah, I'm sorry, Wigan. I do I think it's great that Wigan have managed to get back up to the Championship, but I think we all knew it was always going to be a big challenge, for a promoted side to keep, to stay up. But yeah, Swansea to win.
Yeah, no, that's it. I think it's a clean house for that one. Let's have a look at what you guys have put. Kate says the Watford-Coventry game, don't think I put my score in. I can tell you now you haven't. So whatever you put in the chat is what I'm going to write down. So get your thinking cap on who you think's going to win it. Henry has said, I'd rather watch your stream than the World Cup. Dan, much appreciated. I am going to be doing some of the World Cup games, to be fair. I'd be stupid not to miss out on an opportunity to bring some watch-alongs or some content to the channel with some football. It's content and it helps the channel grow, doesn't it? Dean says, that'll be cool, 100%. Yeah, Kate's gone for Swansea, so we are on for the full house again in that one. All 3 of us back in the same team. And Luke says, Dan, you see on Facebook earlier the netting being put up next to the away end at Turf Moor ready. Yeah, that's. I think that's to stop fans from throwing whatever crap at each other, which hopefully won't happen. The glass is going to fall out my eye in a minute, out of me glasses, because I still haven't got them fixed from when they got broke against Sunderland. I went to try and get them glued. the other day. And they said, you're due for a SAT test anyway, as of Saturday. So I've booked myself in for a SAT test on Wednesday, for the Wednesday coming, because that was when they said they were next free. So I've just got to put up with the glass keep falling in and out. It's not quite a Cinderella story, glass slipper, glass in your glasses sort of thing, but
Oh, dear.
I'm trying my best to keep it in there. Otherwise, I'm like Velma from Scooby Doo, on my knees trying to find my glasses. Chris has gone for Swansea to win 3-0. Dean's gone for Wigan, surprise win 2-1. I mean, the Championship does throw out some very, very odd results. So who knows? Who knows? Henry says Swansea's got to be the favourites here, 3-0. Luke's even gone for Wigan to win 2-0. Simon says Swansea 4-1. Big game. 5 goals in that one he's going for. And Chris says, I hope Carlisle get knocked out in the FA Cup tomorrow. Oh, what? FA Cup? Oh, yeah, some FA Cup ties have been played, aren't they? To Tranmere, so we can focus on the league as much as a cup run will be nice. Yeah, no, I agree. When a team, no disrespect, but when you're a team like Carlisle in League One, League Two, etc., cup runs are nice because you get a bit of money in terms of gate receipts and things like that, and it's always nice to maybe be the underdog. But you'd much rather, if you're doing well in the league, that be your main focus and getting up there. I think that would have better financial ramifications for the club than it would going on a cup run. So, yeah, I'm totally with you for that. Chris says, we're all going to be in pain at the World Cup watching our country. Yeah, definitely. Clutching at straws with that one. Henry says, World Cup goes against my beliefs. Yeah, no, I agree with you. I think it's all been done on a bribe and an absolute farce. But while England are there, I'm going to obviously support them. It's just that I don't believe. I like the World Cup. I like the fact that England are in it. I just don't like what's happened for it to be in Qatar.
Yeah, absolutely. But like I say, I'm not watching any of the coverage or giving it any airtime, which hurts me because I do love watching the World Cup, but I'm just not doing it. It goes against my beliefs, and if I were to watch it, it would go against I would just be I would just contradict myself. So, yeah, I just can't bring myself to get behind it, unfortunately. So, yeah.
No, that's fair enough. Everybody is entitled to their own opinion completely. So I understand people that aren't tuning in. I understand people that are still going to back them and watch it, but still don't agree with the fact of, I don't agree with the bribing, where it is, the people, lives that have been sacrificed with these stadiums that have been built. But listen, we could rant about that. We could rant about that till the cows come home.
Yeah.
So probably best to leave it where it is, especially when you've got Dean saying he's a Republic of Ireland fan, so he gets spared the World Cup heartbreak. You jammy bugger. Luke says, I'm looking forward to watching the FA Cup for upsets. Has always come on League Two and non-league clubs. Unfortunately, I'll miss it live because I'm out watching us batter Brentford. Yeah, well, we shall see on that one. We shall see. Right then, last game on this fixture list. Let's get it and talk about it. Let's dissect it. Watford at Vicarage Road up against Coventry, who, as I say, started to put a few results together under Mark Robbins. They are, I think, let me have a look. They are in 20th. They won 2, drew, lost, and won again. Watford, however, have won their last 3. It seems they are starting to come round to. Was it Slaven Bilic that's gone in there?
Yeah.
Yeah, they're starting to come round to it now. Watford at home. There's only one way this is going, isn't it?
Yeah, absolutely. I back Watford here. I can't see anything other than a Watford win. I just think they'll be too strong for Coventry, to be honest with you. Coventry are struggling, to be fair. I think they'll be one of the teams that may end up going down, if I'm honest with you. But, I just can't see anything other than a Watford win. I think it's going to be quite comfortable. And yeah, Coventry are going to be in for a long afternoon.
Yeah, I mean, what's your thoughts on the Coventry situation? Obviously, there's been a lot go off go on off the field, sorry, with the stadium, the London Wasps from the rugby, going into administration, which is evidently fuck Coventry, basically, hasn't it? It's sort of left them in the lurch, wondering what to do with the stadium and where to go.
Right, no, I wasn't aware, actually, to be fair, Dan, about that. So I'm not sure, but yeah, it doesn't look good, does it?
No.
It looks, yeah, you don't want to be getting yourself in one of those predicaments. But to be fair, I didn't actually know, to be honest with you. So it's news to me.
Fair enough.
So yeah, but yeah, hopefully something happens and you get it sorted soon. But yeah, it's not good.
No, not good at all. Not good at all. Dean says Coventry 3-1. Wow, that's a shock.
No.
Chris has gone for Watford 2, Coventry 0. Simon says, I live down near Leicester. What away game should I try and get to before the end of the season? I would say Coventry wouldn't have been a bad one when we played there other week or a few weeks back. Where else have you got around there, really, that's in the Championship? Trying to think. I don't know, I mean, I wouldn't have minded doing QPR away, but it's like I say, it's now been moved for TV as well. When the quarterfinals come about. So yeah, I don't know. I mean, is there any that you've got your eye on that you wouldn't mind doing? Any stadiums you want to tick off the list? Henry's gone for 4-2 Watford. Simon's saying 1-1. Dean says Watford a week at the back. Henry says Saw to score a brace. Luke's even gone for Coventry to win it. Darren says, have you all got Christmas trees and decorations up yet? Nope, definitely not. Not doing it to myself. In fact, I've still got my pumpkin's still outliving itself at the moment. It's not started growing fur and started turning to mush, but it will be going out tomorrow. Before it does. I had enough of that crap. That's gone away, and Kate can put a cauldron away as well. So Dean says, Darren, haven't given it a thought. Henry says, I feel sorry for the club Coventry, but bills have to be paid. Something Barca should take note of. Well said. Kate's gone with us. 3 on the bounce, where all 3 of us have gone for the same. All gone for Watford to win. Chris says, Darren, I put mine up on Christmas Eve, then take it down on Christmas Day evening, how it should be. Oh, you Scrooge. Simon says, couldn't get Coventry tickets, sold out quick. Yeah, they did, to be fair. And yeah, I agree, Darren. Wow, indeed. Guys, you have been absolutely fantastic with your predictions tonight, getting involved as well. Really do love the support. Thank you again, Ryan, for coming in. I know you've been a busy bee running here, there and everywhere. You must be, your bed must be calling by now.
Yeah, certainly is.
So I will let you crack on and do that. But first and foremost, as I say, thank you for coming on and showing your support. Where can people find you and your stuff?
Yeah, of course. First of all, thank you for having me. It's been great. I'd love to have a look at the games and see, and speak about it with you. So thank you for allowing me to come on again. You can find me on my YouTube channel, Huddersfield Town Fan TV. Like I said, I do plenty of reviews and preview shows. A few vlogs in there sometimes. I just, like I said, I'm coming along nicely. I'm at 163 subscribers now, actually. So we're going along quite nicely now. We're getting close to that 200 mark, which I'd love to get to soon. But please come and say hello and join the journey that I'm on. I'm loving every minute of it. But you can also find me on my social media page as well, HTFTV8 as well, on Instagram and Twitter. So give me a follow on those. But I was actually going to do a preview to the game tomorrow, but I've been so busy, I just haven't been able to get it done. So I don't know if I'm going to do it first thing tomorrow or I'm going to leave it. I don't know what to do because, yeah, maybe I should just leave it. But I do want to do it, so I don't know. Maybe there'll be a video out tomorrow morning, first thing, but I don't know yet. I'll have to see how I feel. But,
I love how you're building the suspense. I love how you're building the suspense.
but yeah,
People,
thank you.
please do go and show your support to Ryan. The link to Ryan's channel is in the description of this video, so you can go check out the YouTube channel, and also Ryan's Twitter page. The link to that is in there as well. So go show your support, drop him a sub. Really, I'd love it if you could as well. Really would help Ryan grow. And thanks again for coming on, mate. I know you've been a busy bee, so I'll let you get off to bed and we'll wrap this up. Just last couple of comments before we do. True Red talking about ground sharing. Yeah, it's a risky business, is that. Dean says, Dan, you're a legend, bro. Take it easy, take care. No, take care to yourself, Dean. Really appreciate it. The kind words, so thank you. Chris says, great stream and channel as always, Dan. My knees need a rest after all that grafting I do. Well, you're a bloody grafter, lad. Bloody grafter. Henry says, I do and I don't, True Red. There's good and bad points with ground sharing. Yeah, there is. Simon says, see you tomorrow up the Clarets. Yes, as I say, we will be back tomorrow. Chris says, let's get the egg timers out to see if Ryan does preview tomorrow morning. We shall see. We shall see. But yes, Simon does have a point. Tomorrow, as you well know, we will be back doing a live watch along 12:15, where it's Yorkshire versus Burnley. I'm sorry, Yorkshire versus Lancashire in this one. And I'm sure Ryan would rather Burnley win it, to be fair, than Sheffield United. But that said, come and join us 12:15 tomorrow. And yeah, get yourselves involved in the chat. Thanks very much for watching, giving up your time on a Friday night. Love you all, really do appreciate it. But until the next time, well, not that far. I go to sleep, wake up, give you another video, and then go and enjoy my Saturday. Until then, have a great bonfire night if I don't speak to you before. Take care, all the best. Have a good weekend. Thanks again.